wonderful, blessed day as always. So today I want to talk to you about back pain and how I have healed my back pain and my sciatic nerve pain. So when I go back to the beginning of my journey, I really wasn't going after healing my sciatic nerve pain or my back pain. I didn't even know it was possible, or my allergies or my rashes, my eczema. My first priority was my skin cancer. If you're new to my channel, I had skin cancer right below my eye, and it was in the bone and in the nerve, and I refused radiation. And that's how I got started on this detox journey. This is my therapy. So going back to the beginning, when I found Dr. Morse on YouTube, I've got to say, I didn't just put my life in this man's hands. I don't put my life in anybody's hands. This is my responsibility, and I call the shots with my body. But I did really I listened to what Dr. Morse had to say, and also other people on YouTube. I started following a lot of raw foodists, people who have healed themselves. Chris beat cancer. He has a lot of testimonies on his channel, and I just started really studying how people are healing themselves naturally. And I really did like what Dr. Robert Morse had to say. Now, did I believe everything he said? Absolutely not. I didn't believe anybody. I wanted to, it made sense to me, but once I applied these things to my life, it was just like, wow, I couldn't believe the things that I was healing in my life. Like it is, and it's not only within my body, it was on the outside too. Everything was just connecting, and so I just want to share those things with you because it's so powerful. Experience is so powerful. So when I was listening to Dr. Morse, I started detoxing with fruit fasting, and I, got rid of all the processed foods and stuff. And I was going after my skin cancer. Well, in the process, I did suffer from back pain, and I always thought that my back pain started from years ago. And of course, all your issues. It wasn't like I woke up one day and just all of a sudden had back pain. This was something that gradually started happening over time. This is years of me eating processed acidic foods, and these acids, these corrosive acids, start causing pain within the body, and that's exactly what was going on with my situation. But it was funny because when I first was watching Dr. Morse, he talked about back pain and how it's related to the kidneys. And I wasn't buying that at the beginning because I was like, I was doing these hardcore workouts. I did Insanity, and then I did the P90X, and I started to lift weights. And that's really when my back, it locked up on me. And that's when I started having the spasms in my lower back. And that's when it went all the way down my leg, all the way down to my toes. And oh my gosh, if you've ever had sciatic nerve pain or back pain like this, where it goes in the nerve, and we feel for each other, right? It is the worst pain. I remember waking up at 2 a.m, and I was walking back to my room, and I was in the halfway to my room, and I blacked out, and I almost went down, and it freaked me out. It was so scary, and it was so painful. And I lived off Vicodin, ibuprofen. I was popping ibuprofen like candy. It was insane. The pain, it just never went away, and it lasted, gosh, maybe 6 months with that sciatic nerve. And I remember doing some research, and this is even before I found Dr. Morse. I was doing research on how to get relief from sciatic nerve pain, and there was things that I was reading that said people never get rid of it. And I was just like, no, I was not having that. there's just no way I wanted to live with chronic pain for the rest of my life here. I never would accept that. So as I started my detox journey, I started fruit fasting. I started getting rid of all the protein for a little while. And like I said, it's not clean eating. It was just detoxing and eliminating the acids from my body. Now, like I said, I did not think it was my kidneys. But I'm telling you, as soon as my kidneys started filtering and I got rid of all the protein, the pain started going away. And that's when I was like, okay, this is crazy. Not only am I'm healing my skin cancer, but my pain within my back and my leg is going away. And I really started just really diving into Dr. Morse's videos, learning about eczema. I mean, he has everything on his channel, every topic, every disease you can think of, and the healing process of it. No matter what it is, if it's RA or asthma, cancers, tumors, it's all on his channel. And I'm going to leave a link down below for any new subscribers that don't know about Dr. Morse. I mean, it's just really fascinating when you listen to him, and he has a lot of experience. And so I want to leave one of his videos in my description box of the video that really opened my eyes and just really changed me, the way I was conditioned and the way I was thinking, and it really did, like, all his information just really made sense to me. So that's what it was. So I started, eliminating all the protein, the processed foods, and I started just cleaning out my diet and getting away from acid forming foods. And I moved to an alkaline based diet, hydrating, and just meditation and all these things that I talk about in all my videos. It's almost like no matter what health issue you're going through, it's all the same path leads to healing, and it's all raw food, living foods, getting away from mucus forming foods like your dairy, all your meats, the high protein foods that are hard on our kidneys that causes back pain, in my case. But yeah, like I said, when I heard Dr. Morse talk about the kidneys and the back pain and how they kind of go together, I was just like, no, that's not, you're wrong. I've done too much on my back. I lifted my kids up wrong when they were little. My youngest, man, I carried, she was such a mommy's girl. I carried her constantly, and I just felt like I was paying for it. Just lifting wrong and just being hard on my back, working out, doing these extreme exercises and lifting these heavy weights. And I just thought I just did a number on my back. But once my kidneys once they started filtering, I was getting so much relief and the pain started going away. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, this is crazy. I just did not ever put those two together. And I also talked about this in one of my videos, that when I brought the protein back into my diet at the beginning of my detox journey, my back pain started coming back. And then that was it for me. I was like, okay, no more protein. And then within a week, it started getting better again. So, again, it's, you just have to experience it. So if you're dealing with back pain and you think, well, because everyone's different, of course, and I can't say your back pain's exactly like mine, of course not. But you can always experiment and say, okay, well, let me try it for a couple weeks and let me get rid of the protein and the acid forming foods and just take a couple weeks out of your life and and just bring in hydrating. The fruits, the berries are the most amazing thing. And I know the melons are kind of going out, and we got to go to like the frozens, organic. That's what I do. So the frozen berries, and I just make smoothies, and I'm just hooked on that rice, you know, that jazzberry rice, that I've been drinking that every day. There's a few things that I've been doing that I'm going to share with you. One in particular, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because I'm just putting a couple things together. But I'll share with that. Maybe in my next video, I'll share with you what I'm doing. I'm even kind of shocked that I'm doing this, but anyways, and then you just want to eliminate. You want to see what you're eliminating out of the body. So keep an eye on all of these things when you are healing. So going back to my back pain, I always especially like the past probably 10 years, I've always felt my back was not right. You know, it didn't like completely go out on me, but you know, certain things I would do, like when I'd sit on the couch for a long time, I'd get up, I'd grab my back and make that noise like, oh my gosh, or, you know, so there were little things that were building up. And then it just blew up in my face pretty much. And that's when I started having the spasms. I even had a steroid shot in my back, which did not help. It helped the sciatic nerve for maybe a day, and then it came back and it was even worse. So I regretted that. But it probably took me to start really feeling relief a few months of detoxing, but it's something that just gradually starts going away. So let's see, I'm on my 4th year of detoxing my body, and I could honestly probably say the first 3 years is when how long it took me for it to completely go away. Now, every now and then, I'll feel a little like, but I stretch and then it's gone. Nothing like it used to be. And I know for all you that suffer from this nasty back pain and sciatic nerve pain, you guys, we know, right? I mean, it is the worst feeling in the world. I mean, that nerve, I can't even describe how painful that is. I used to cry when I was going through that because I couldn't do anything. I remember one time my family and we all went to Big Bear, and I just laid in bed and I cried. I couldn't do anything. I was in so much pain, and it's constant. It like never goes away. Yeah, you can take Vicodin or ibuprofen, and it makes it a little better, but it never really goes away. And so it's just a horrible thing. And so if you are watching my video and you are suffering from chronic back pain, sciatic nerve pain, I have been there. And I have healed myself. I am here to tell you, I have healed myself naturally through detoxing my body and getting rid of all these acid-forming foods and moving over to an alkaline diet with some detoxing, with fasting and fruit fasting and just these higher levels. So just know that there is hope, and you can heal this. So if anyone ever tells you, you know, you're screwed and you are just going to have to deal with this for the rest of your life, I am here to tell you, no, you don't. And I would never tell anybody. What hope is in that? You know, I without hope, I mean, I just would never do that. But anyways, I just really quickly wanted to share that with you because, I mean, it really is simple to heal ourselves when you think about it. I mean, yeah, the discipline is hard, and cutting out all these foods and and the addictions. I mean, yeah, that is the hard part of detoxing our body, and just saying no to all the fast food and just the toxic foods that we are putting into our temples. But at the end of the day, I just want to encourage you and to let you know that there is a better way. And when you start moving into the alkaline side, all these things start going away, no matter what it is. And like Dr. Morse says, there's only two sides of chemistry. There's the healing side, and then there's the corrosive side. Acids are corrosive. And your fruits and your living foods, your berries, I mean, these are all alkaline, astringent, and very healing to our body. So, I mean, and the greens too. Of course, I love my greens. So we just have to get rid of the toxic food. I mean, we are literally, I feel like, I'm always at the fork of the road on my journey. I can either heal my body or not heal my body and suppress everything, and then, end up getting the blowback of, going down that path. And that's not fun. I've tried that path. And like I said, if Dr. Morse's protocol and all these raw foodists people that are healing themselves, if it wasn't working for me, I wouldn't be here having my channel. And I would, I would still have eczema and back pain and all these things that I have gotten rid of naturally. So, I mean, like I said, how can I deny that, right? I just want to encourage you guys to just give it a try. Another thing too that I did that helped my back a lot was exercising, light exercising and stretching. Walking was really good for me. Now, when I had the muscle spasms, of course, I couldn't do anything. I pretty much laid in bed or sat on the couch, or, I mean, it pretty much, you can't do a whole lot when you're having these spasms. I mean, it will knock you out. It's crazy and painful. And so, if you're suffering from these things, do extremely light exercising. And the hardest thing too for me was getting rid of my all my pain pills, because I was in so much pain. But once it was like the first month, I just really took it easy. I wasn't really doing a whole lot of exercising. I was still moving and stretching, like I said, but nothing like I am now. Like, there's no way I could rebound. There's no way I can go ride my horses. There's just no way I could. There's so many things that I could not do at the beginning of my detox journey that now I can do everything. I mean, I literally feel like I did when I was in my 20s, if not better. Because I never remember eating healthy, like, my whole life. Isn't that horrible? Like, even when I was little, I ate so much dairy and meat. I know one of my good friends, Douglas, he asked me, did you like chicken? Did you like beef? Did you like, all the meats? And I loved the meats. I had it 3 to 4 times a day. Breakfast was ham or bacon. Lunch, sometimes I made a BLT, or always for dinner it was like pork chops or tacos or steak and potatoes, all these starches. And I mean, I ate the all American diet. I lived off that my whole life. So changing my lifestyle to this is talk about a drastic change. My goodness. I cut out all of that and changed everything that I was taught. I had to literally relearn and teach myself how to cook again, literally. And there are a couple things, because I really do miss bacon, and I remember craving it, and I found a recipe. And I'm gonna share. I'll have to make it for you guys one day. But it's made with rice paper, and And it did. It totally tastes like bacon. It is cooked, but if you're just needing that little cheat, or you just want to get that bacon taste, it's just really a great recipe that I found. But yeah, I definitely miss eating those foods. But I feel like I've created so many wonderful dishes that I really don't really think about it anymore. The first year, of course, I did, and I had a lot more cheats the first year. And even, the second year, I really got into like raw foods, and that's really when I was learning a lot with recipes and how to cook things, and learning spices and what goes together, because that's what it really is. When I was growing up, my mom, she had MS, she had multiple sclerosis, and the only thing I really remember my mom cooking was spaghetti and tacos, pork chops, I remember that. But then when I got in my teen years, I moved in with my dad because my mother no longer could take care of me and my brother and I. And my dad worked a lot, and I literally, the only thing we had in our house was like bean and cheese burritos, bread, bologna. I mean, and that was pretty much it. I don't even think we had a pan, so like I said, I literally taught myself everything that I know today with food. It is a self-taught thing. So I just really wanted to share those things with you. Back pain is not fun. It was not for me. It was complete misery. and I want us all to feel good on this journey. And I feel so amazing today. And I want you to feel amazing and give you hope, and don't give up on yourself. You are so loved and needed in this world. We all are. And I don't know. I just want to share my experience with you, and I hope and pray it helps someone out there. So again, I just want to thank you guys all for just your wonderful comments and liking my videos, because it does. When you hit that feel good like button, it warms my heart. And all your wonderful comments, and just us connecting, and it's just wonderful. But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end there, and I hope my video is helpful, and I hope it encourages you guys to just to eat better and take care of yourself, and start your own healing journey. And so anyways, that's it. So I love you all. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.